Hello, gamers. Okay, I I'm coming to you from the future actually. Um, I had done the next couple of memories and thought about it for a bit, and actually I wanted to replay them since I feel like I didn't get them right. I guess I don't know if that sounds weird, but I like to replay things if I didn't like do them in a cool enough way. Or here, let me increase my mic audio real quick. Um, yeah, I like to get things right. 400, it's at 400%. Let's increase it to 500 maybe. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. That's fine. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm just gonna replay these memories. There is one bit that it can't be replayed, and since I still have the footage, I'll just show that one off. Um, but yeah, it's just gonna continue as normal. The last thing was to suffer without dying. I guess I can do a summary of events. Okay, so Edward, he's after the observatory. He goes there with Bartholomew Roberts, the sage, and dastardly pirate. He ends up betraying Edward, obviously, and Edward gets taken to Jamaican prison. He's there for quite a while, I think. I don't know exactly how long, but it's a few months at least, and then he gets taken out and meets Mary Read and Anne Bonny there, who are being tried for piracy and they're about to be hanged. He's met by the Templars, Woodes Rogers, and the Governor Torres. And they know who he is now, and they threaten his wife as well. Who they tell Edward that his wife is actually sick. But nothing really comes of the Templars' threats. He doesn't end up giving up the observatory location either. But as Mary Read and Anne Bonny are tried, they plead their bellies, as they say at the time, which means that they claim to be pregnant. Actually, while Edward was in the observatory, Roberts used the machine there to spy on Jack Rackham. Because there's a bunch of blood samples in the observatory as well. He has a sample of Jack Rackham's blood, and Anne Bonny, she was a waitress at the tavern in Nassau, but she eventually joined Jack Rackham's crew, along with Mary Read, and lived as a pirate. Now they're sent back to prison, since they can't be hanged while being pregnant, and Edward is also sent back as well, and now it cuts to a few months later. In prison, Edward hears about and meets a couple of his old friends. He hears that Vane has been captured, or found on an island. And then while he's standing in his cage, he sees the assassin mentor Adewale, who Adewale was he wasn't like mean to Edward, he just wasn't really keen on him, but he knew that Mary Read liked him, or saw something in him, so he helped Edward escape from prison before the two of them went in to help Mary Read escape as well. So Edward escapes. He hears the guards talking about Stede Bonnet. He was captured and hanged. So it's pretty sad. Stede was only in it for the adventure, not for the money. And then he also meets Jack Rackham's skeleton. He was hanged in some cage I don't know what that's actually called, but it's just like a hanging cage. It's this thing. It's the thing that Edward was actually taken into. I can't imagine it would be very pleasant to be in. Now, Jack Rackham wasn't very friendly. You know, he mutinied Vane and Edward and left them for dead. But Edward says that he was lively and funny, and he didn't. It was sad to see him in that state. Further into the prison, Edward sees Charles Vane in a cell, driven mad. Now Vane, he was, you know, as much as a pirate as he was more of a pirate than anybody really. But he definitely went kind of crazy, unfortunately. So Edward wishes that he could have been friends with him in another life. He's still alive though, just in a cell. Clearly having some kind of mental breakdown or whatever. If only he could get like care, but that kind of thing probably isn't around these days. Further in, he sees Mary Read and Anne Bonny in their cells being kind of harassed by the British soldiers. Then Atabai and Edward kill them. Kill the soldiers and get the two women out of their cells. They were both actually pregnant. They weren't lying. Mary Read had her baby, and they, which was confiscated by soldiers. I don't know exactly what happened to her baby. That's kind of interesting, but Anne Bonny is still pregnant. But now Mary Read is very sick and is dying, and the soldiers are kind of just leaving her there. They don't really care about the two ladies because they're pirates, you know. And this place doesn't really take kindly to pirates, you know, being a prison. So Atabai and Edward take the two ladies out of their cell and their cells. Mary Read is struggling very much, and you know, they barely make it out. But before Edward and she leave the prison, Mary Read does succumb to her illness and dies. But before she dies, she tells Edward to kind of go on and do his part. I think this moves Edward quite greatly, but he takes her body to the escape boat. The other two, Atabai and Anne Bonny, are shocked to see her, but Atabai gives Edward his outfit back. He tells him that while the uniform wasn't earned, or he didn't earn this uniform, it suits him. So I think Atabai has reconciled a little bit with Edward, and he's being quite a nice lad now. Well, he's quite old. I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's an assassin mentor, so he can't be very young. But Edward's got his equipment back, and that's nice. But the three of them kind of part ways. So later, Edward's in Kingston. He's in a bar, drowning in booze and drowning in his sorrows as well. He gets so drunk and passes out and has this terrible dream where he's being taunted by Bartholomew Roberts, Black Bart, and the prize that he stole from Edward and betrayed him. And he's also being haunted by the ghosts of his past, you know. He sees his dead crew members and, you know, all of his loved ones that have passed on, including all of his pirate friends. He sees his wife, which she's sickly. I don't know, it's not really confirmed that she's dead, but you know, he has quite the dream. And he's woken up by Adewale. I think this dream and Mary kind of moved Edward quite a bit. So, Adewale, he, before Edward went into the observatory, he was kind of displeased with Edward. And he's been kind of hesitant about Edward's chasing of the observatory because it kind of wastes the time of the crew, so he has Edward do it on his own. He left Edward at the observatory, but now he's coming back. And the Jackdaw is there with him. Actually, in the dream, Edward was assaulted with this Aesop fable about a jackdaw who fancies itself an eagle. That was pretty interesting as well. And then Adewale and Edward kind of, shake hands, and they're still friends. But Adewale is actually going to part ways and move to Tulum to join the assassins. Or he's leaving Edward's crew. Yeah. And essentially tells Edward to, when he comes to his senses, to see the assassins. And that's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm replaying. Wowee. I can talk for a while. But yeah. Adewale is quite the guy. Let's see. Got my sound on. I should be ready. But yeah, Edward, he doesn't have a quartermaster now, but he still sails to Tulum. He hasn't been here in a while, but he meets up with the assassins. And I think there's some tough shit going on. So.
Jesus, Ade, what the hell happened here?
You happened here, Edward. The damage you caused 6 years ago has not been undone.
I'm not an easy man to call a friend, am I? Is that why you're here?
To fight beside a man so driven by personal gain and glory is a hard thing, Edward. And I have come to feel the assassins and their creed a more honorable course. Have I been unfair?
No. For years I've been rushing around taking whatever I fancied, not giving a tinker's curse for those I hurt. And yet here I am, with riches and a reputation, feeling no wiser than when I left home. Yet when I turn around, look at the course I've run. There's not a man or woman that I love left standing beside me.
There is time to make amends, Captain Kenway.
Mary. Before she died, she asked me to do good by her, to sort out the mess I made. Can you help me?
Mary was fond of you, Edward. She saw something in your bearing that gave her hope you might one day fight with us.
Aye. She told me.
And what do you think of our creed?
It's hard to say. For if nothing is true, then why believe anything? And if everything is permitted, why not chase every desire?
Why, indeed.
It might be that this idea is only the beginning of wisdom, not its final form.
That's quite a step up from the Edward I met here many years ago.
Nice and philosophical. I'm gonna turn the minimap off.
So what do you think?
It'll take some getting used to.
The second attack this month, I should have moved this village long ago.
I brought all this upon you years ago, but I will stand by you now.
It will take more than a few favors to call yourself a true assassin, Edward.
One thing at a time, mate.
Yeah,
Under attack once more. Come.
one thing at a time. Even though I've been dressing like an assassin, acting like an assassin, doing assassin contracts, killing Templars for years, still not an assassin.
Stay close, Edward. Follow my lead.
Oh, fuck! Okay. Ooh. Get him! Get over here. Whoa. Get over here.
So many dead. So many injured.
God.
Good to see you here, brother.
Oh, shit.
Swift and clean, Edward. Merciful kills are all they deserve.
I don't know. I disagree. The Spanish.
¡Quieto ahí! ¡Detenedlo ya! Edward, find the men to the attack. Finish him off.
That coward is hiding aboard the ship.
Yes. I need more warp darts. I know you can craft some, but I don't think you can craft in combat. Oh! Let's go. Alright, I'll just craft 15. Hold on. Man, it is a pain in the ass to hit this crafting thing 15 times. Luckily, you don't actually consume a rope dart when you do a double tool kill with it. So that's nice. I don't kill enemies fast enough to be able to do double tool kills. Let's see. There we go. Let me get the kill. There we go. See, they just get interrupted. That's the problem. Move over here. Enjoy the afterlife. Oh, that's awesome. Go on and wet yourself. Come on. God, there's so many of them. Get him. Pile body upon body. Watch out, Addy. Damn you! That's enough.
Not yet. You'll feel the wrath.
I'm off to kill the captain. Where's your capitano?
Apartaos, inútiles.
¿A dónde ha ido?
¡No tienes escapatoria! ¡Que no escape! ¡Puedo disparar! ¡Listo para abrir fuego! Tengo un disparo claro.
¡No te escaparás tan fácilmente, maldito! ¡No puede correr para siempre!
Spain's finest, everybody.
Yo te tengo encañonado. No lo pienso perder.
¡Juntos podremos con él!
Ooh. You got me in the nuts. I kind of want to hang the captain with the rope dart. Let's see.
¡Puedo abatirlo! ¡Está a tiro! ¡Lo he encontrado!
How do I do that now? Can I hit him from here? Oh, wait. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just hit him from here. Excellent. A very fun mission combat-wise.
Janumuk awol yetel abishan. And once more you have our thanks, Edward. You are welcome here.
Thank you, sir. I'll rest here for a time before setting out, if I may. How's her child?
She is a strong woman, but not invincible.
Shit. Yeah.
Edward.
I'm sorry for your loss.
If I'd stayed in prison, they'd have taken him from me. He'd never be alive. Maybe this is God's way of saying I'm not fit to be a mother yet. Carrying on like I do. Cursing and drinking and fighting.
You are a fighter, aye. In prison, I heard stories of the infamous Anne Bonny and Mary Read taking on the King's Navy together. Just the pair of you.
It's all true. Anne would have won that day if Jack and his lads weren't passed out in the hold from drink. Edward. Everyone's gone, aren't they? Mary, Raccoon, Touch, all the rest. I miss them so. Rough as they were. Do you feel that too? All empty inside, like?
I do. Devil curse me. I do.
Hmm. Alright, now I'll show you the next segment that isn't replayable, but I still have on video.
Do you feel that too? All empty inside, like?
I do. Devil curse me. I do.
That Spanish blood fills me right back up. So stupid. No.
I know my targets by sight well enough. But how will I find them?
We have spies and informants in every city. Visit our bureaus and the assassins there will guide you.
That fixes Torres and Rogers. But Bartholomew Roberts won't be near any city. Might take months to find him.
Or years. But you're a man of talent and quality, Captain Kenway. I believe you will find him.
You flatter me.
And if you're at a loss, do not be afraid to call on your quartermaster for aid.
Hey.
Quartermaster! What's our present course?
Due west, Captain, if it's still Kingston we're sailing for.
It is indeed, Miss Bonny. Call it out.
Weigh anchor and let fall the courses, lads! We're sailing for Jamaica!
How does it feel to bark so loud?
I've barked louder, and to men twice as rough.
Tending bar at the old Avery, you mean?
Among other places. And I sailed with Mary and Rackham for a time, remember?
Of course.
Mary did most of the captaining, Jack did most of the drinking.
Did Mary... Did she ever tell you who it was that fathered her child?
It was a young fella. Sailed with us on that last voyage. Poor lad was killed fighting beside us. The only man not too drunk to stand up for himself.
There was so much about her I didn't know. I called her a friend. But was I one in return?
She thought the world of you, Edward. I've no worries about that.
Well, that's good to hear.
Captain's trick!
So yeah, now I have an Irish lady as a quartermaster. It'll take a while to get used to not having. It'll take a while to get used to not having Adewale. But is that really the last of him? I know there's the Freedom Cry DLC, but there's one more bit. Might as well sail.
Raise your voices, me trumps.
Here we go. We are outward bound for Kingston town.
Look here, sir. Something in depths below.
And we'll hear.
I think it was pretty cool that this song managed to play before I went to Kingston.
Here we go. We are outward bound for Kingston town.
Look here, sir. Something in depths below.
And we'll heave the old wheel round and round. Good morning, ladies all. And when we get to Kingston town, the hero hall is there. We'll drink and sorrow drown. Good morning, ladies all. Them gals down south are free and gay with a hero hall. With them we'll spend our hard-earned pay. Good morning, ladies all. We'll swing around, we'll have good fun with a hero hall. And soon we'll be back on the homeward run. Good morning, ladies all. And when we get to Bristol town with a hero
To larboard, sir! Cargo
with
adrift there,
a
sir!
last time we'll waltz around. Good morning, ladies all. With Paul and Meg and Sally too. With a hero hall. We'll drink and dance with a hullabaloo. Good morning, ladies all. So long goodbye to all your dears with a hero hall. Don't cry for us, don't waste your tears. Good morning, ladies all.
That was nice. Yeah, that was cool. At this point, I kind of got to thinking that part of this game Like, parts of this game are a completely unique experience that you won't find in anything else, you know. And fitting too. Time. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, like when you're sailing down the West Indies with the shanties, with your crew singing shanties, it's like you won't find that in any other game, I don't think. It's totally, yeah, I don't know, totally unique experience, I think. But you know, some things, like some of the missions are extremely annoying. The tailing missions. I like a lot of the stealth missions, but some of them are really annoying. Buena forma física.
¡Eh! ¡Tú, espera!
Just, I don't know. It kinda... A lot of the game kinda moves me. A little bit. Why do my pistols keep switching? Must be some kind of glitch. Here, let me fast travel. But yeah, the next one will be just the mission after that. So Edward has not officially joined the Assassins, but is now on good terms with them and is working with them. So that's great. We are... Is it Captain Drake's pistols? Is that what I have? But yeah, for the next mission you have to have your swords and pistols equipped, otherwise there's an infinite loading screen before. Captain Morgan's. Oh, is it because I have the unlock thing? Yeah, that might be it. I think I have the unlock cheat enabled right now. We are... Alright, I just exited the game and disabled the cheat engine. I probably won't even need that anymore, although I will use cheat engine to increase the FOV. Because I really like that enhanced FOV. I think that the game should have that by default. The problem with high FOV is that it actually does affect performance. Because you actually, you know, the more things you see, the more things you have to load in. So I do get lower performance in like Havana. I probably get sub 60 FPS at that point, which is kind of shitty, but what can you do? Alright. Yeah, now things are kind of loading in weird. Hold on. Graphics. Oh, it's because I have low environmental quality. There we go. So... Actually, yeah, my pistol's bugging out could be because of the unlock glitch.
Bienvenido. Adelante.
Yeah. Now I'll open cheat engine and activate it. Unlock and camera manipulation. There are a few other cool things in that camera mod that they give you. There's an infinite health cheat, which I never use, but I would actually consider using infinite ammo, especially for like free roaming. I'd love to use infinite rope darts and pistols. That'd be cool. but I do plan on unequipping my pistols and swords again. But you need them for this next mission because the first cutscene has you has Edward like using them. Now fast travel again. Whoop. And it goes to Captain Morgan's.
Esa pequeña doncella española perdida.
I'm guessing that it would probably switch outfits too, right? I could try that. So I'll switch to like the whaler's outfit or whatever. Switch to the whaler outfit and then switch from Captain Morgan's to golden ones.
Buenos días, señor.
Buenos dias. Okay, that kind of worked. So now I'll deactivate the unlock cheat. Let's see what happens. Fast travel again. The unlock cheat is still useful because it unlocks stuff that is impossible to get, like exit Animus, whatever. You know, like Hatham Kenway's coat and oh wait, did I went into the Animus here, right? When was that? Yeah, I think that was a while ago. Exit to desktop. Black flag. I'll just pause here. Alright, alright. Come on. Yeah, I think using the unlock glitch... Whoa! Lag. Because I'm using game capture. So now the game's kind of lagging. Environment quality, that just means, I think level of detail. So, let's put normal, I guess. So it just means how long it takes to, let's see, graphics. Put it on very high. But... The VSync doesn't even do anything because I have a 144 Hz monitor. Now I activate cheat engine, but not put unlock on camera manipulation. I gotta select the executable. There we go. I gotta select the executable. Uh-oh, is it crashing? Oh no, did it crash? Bruh. Great. Yeah. When you install mods, I guess you kind of play with fire a lot. You never know whether or not your game's gonna work. A lot of the time, well, this game had trouble executing even without mods for some reason. I think it just has to do with the Uplay bullshit. There we go. Alright, I'll turn on camera manipulation. Hopefully that works. Yep. I think this is default input, but you're good. Yeah, also before... I guess I could do some messing around with these pistol swords before I get rid of them again. But also I'll be... well, for the mission you have to give them up. Oh, that's awesome. Get over here, buddy. Come on. Hey, fuck you. Oh man. We survived? The problem with the pistol swords is it doesn't do the unique kill moves all the time. Edward is badass enough without his pistols and swords. Also, yeah, the thing about the game's violence is that the ragdolls feel like they feel like so airy and light. Like the human body is heavy. You know, it should move like normal. It's not like it's like spaghetti kind of in this game. So even though the actual actions being done by the finishers are very violent, like he just impaled him with his own musket and then shot the musket. Like that's badass and violent as shit. But when you actually see it, it looks kind of shitty, you know. And this is true with all the finishers. All the finishers, violent, nice, but when you see them, it's not super satisfying. It can be though. That's why there are a lot of very popular videos of, you know, people just running around in this game and killing shit. Fucking kidding me?
No quiero saber cómo acaba esta historia. ¿Tú a dónde crees que vas? ¡Ah! ¡No podrás despistarnos!
Can you get a pistol swords finisher, please? Yeah, I never use the swords because they're boring as shit to use. And I feel like everyone agrees, unless you're like a bad player. I don't know. Get fucked. Yeah, they're just boring to use in my opinion. Their animations, it makes the game too easy. They're too loud and hold on.
¡Detened al bellaco! ¡Socorro!
Ooh. Okay, that was badass.
Enemigo a tiro, señor.
Colgaremos esta noche. Vamos allá.
I wish he shot them every time. The thing about the pistol swords is that they're not exactly the most realistic.
Voy a disfrutar. Venga, no bajéis el ritmo. Ahí está.
Come on. Reload your weapon for me. Spain's finest.
El pichón está aquí. ¡Allá va una granada!
Trying to kick it. Once you figure out that breaking defense doesn't actually end your kill streak, you can easily kill brutes. With the hidden blade. I used to think it was difficult. It's super easy to kill them with the sword because you literally just hit break defense and then kill. Because the break defense with the sword puts the enemies back in front of you, or I don't know how to say it. Like it turns them around. So any enemy becomes easy to kill. The only enemies that are like relatively hard to kill in Black Flag would be the captains because their defense can't be broken. The only counter to them is a counterattack. But counterattacks are your bread and butter in this game. Anyways, I will. I tried to install a mod that replaces the lowest level pistols and swords with the NPC pistols and swords. Shut up. But I couldn't get it to work. The pistols and swords that NPCs use look really cool, but Edward can't actually use them. He only uses them in cutscenes. And the single sword that all enemies use. Also...
Por favor, entre a echar un vistazo.
It looks like... Fucking hell, I can't even talk. It looks like the NPC sword. Well, it is the NPC sword, I guess.
Bien, hasta otra.
Alright, I'm gonna exit the game and try to install that mod again. But I'll see you in the next one.